This is beef tallow. Now these two jars, this is the third heating of the tallow. So I heat it up, mix in some salt and water, and let all the particulates fall out to the bottom because the fat viscosity density is less than water. So the fat rises to the top, and when it cools, you can see this separation down here at the bottom. That layer that you see there, that's salty water left over from when I washed it out. I'll be honest, I didn't measure anything. You're supposed to do X amount of salt per pound of tallow, and I just kind of willy-nilly put it in there, put in some water, stirred it up, hoping for the best. And so the water, or the tallow, is still kind of murky. There's still a little bit of fried beef particulates in it, and that's why it's this color. But honestly, I like the taste of the tallow, especially when I'm making something like eggs. I don't use a lot of store-bought eggs, but right now I'm in the middle of increasing my quail herd, or flock, I guess, and haven't been eating very many eggs. So we got grocery store eggs, and they are some of the tasteless, super tasteless, bland eggs ever. You tell the chickens weren't fed anything delicious or high protein, that's for sure. But I can fry those eggs in this tallow and maybe throw in a little salt and pepper, and now they're delicious again. For one, I've increased the fat content of the eggs with healthy tallow, and I'm not using vegetable oil at all. We quit seed oils in this house. No more seed oils. Everything that I fry is in tallow or butter, and you should do the same. If you're wondering why, look up how seed oil is made and ask yourself, should I put this in my body? No is the answer. But anyway, the whole reason I want to do this video was to show this cool thing here. I poured these two off the top of the pot that was heating up the tallow, and this was what was left in the bottom. This is real fancy around here. We're using spaghetti jars, but yeah, I just thought it was cool to watch this separation here. This is water down here filled with I believe there's still some salt in there, and then this is the pure tallow above it, and this is the one that I'll be using for me and my family. And then I think this one's going to go to the neighbors, and this one's going to go to probably me, because I go through this stuff pretty fast. But I've got two on hand for gifts, one that I'll be using. This will last me probably 2 to 3 weeks. I'm pretty sparing with it. I use all cast iron, and it's all seasoned real well, so I don't need a whole lot. And then when a recipe calls for vegetable oil, you can basically replace the vegetable oil in a recipe with that same volume of butter. And I highly recommend it because butter is a hell of a lot more healthy for you than vegetable oil. So get using tallow. You can buy tallow at the store. You can buy lard at the store if you don't want to make it yourself. But honestly, what I suggest is go and buy a full primal of ribeyes. Cut them into the thickness that you want for your ribeyes. And then all of the cap meat, or all of the cap fat from that primal, save it up, put it in a pot, boil it down, and or heat it up slow so you don't get this murkiness. You give it a saltwater bath a couple times, and then save the tallow off of it. It makes for delicious eggs. It makes for basically anything that you cook in a pan will taste better using tallow, and it's much healthier for you. I'm serious about this. Do it.